Hello, I want to welcome you back to our class. Today we are looking at logarithms. It is from these logarithms that learners meet regular questions in many papers. So today we will learn on how to use logarithm tables in solving some math problems. I want us to look at the basics. What do we need to know that will enable us solve correctly some math problems using logarithm tables? Number one, in the process whereby you are solving some math problems under logarithms, you might meet this kind of an instance whereby you have 0.4129. You are supposed to subtract 1.9113. So how would you do it? 9 minus 3 will be 6. 2 minus 1 will be 1. 1 minus 1 will be 0. 4 minus 9, it is not possible. It means that we must solve for 0. And it is in this particular case whereby learners don't know that under logarithms we can borrow from a negative number, we can borrow from 0. So I want us to show you on how we are going to borrow 1 from 0. Let me take you back to from 1 or under integers, a topic known as under a subtopic known as the number line. The number line looks like this. So this means that if you have this kind of equation, for instance, 2, 1, 3, then you have 4, 1, you are subtracting these two numbers. This is how you do it. 3 minus 1 gives you 2. Then you come to 1 minus 4, which is not very possible. You pull 1 from 2, so that now you have 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. So what is left here is 1. Why do we say that once we pull 1 from 2, we are left with 1? Look at this number. 2 is at this given point. If we pull 1 from 2, we get the number that is behind 2 on the number line, which is 1 in this case. So if we pull from 0, the number that will remain here will be minus 1. If we pull from a negative number, for example, we pull from minus 2, the number that is behind that will now remain is minus 3. So now, in this case, I'm trying to show you that we can pull from 0, and then we say minus 1 has been left. Now, once we pull from 0, we will obtain 14 now. 14 minus 9 will be 5. Then we were left with minus 1 according to the number line. Minus 1 minus this 1. We are going to obtain minus 2. But under logarithms we say part 2. Now, there's something I want to remind you that in this particular quotient that we have obtained, the decimal part, we call it the Mantissa. And the whole part, we call it characteristic. Yeah, so it's good that you understand under logarithms, this kind of numbers are divided into two, into Mantissa and characteristic. So let me take you to another basic thing that you need to understand under multiplication. So if you have been given 2.9213, you are multiplying by 3. So how did we work out this? This is how you are supposed to do it. 3 times 3 is 9, 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, 9 times 3 is 27. We got 2. Minus 2 times 3 is minus 6. Minus 6 plus that 2 that we have carried on, this will give us minus 4. So we say power 4. But if you use your calculator, you won't get the same answer. Even in this case, if you use your calculator, you won't get the same answer. So that's why I said that these are the basic things that you need to understand. But under logarithms, there are some cases where you don't need to use your calculator. You must do this kind of sums and this kind of multiplication manually for you to be able to get the correct answer. I want to show you the last basic that we need to understand, which is under division. So if you have been given a number like 2.3192, you are dividing by 3. As long as the characteristic, which is the whole part, is not a positive, it is not a positive, you are not supposed to use your calculator. You can only apply a calculator if the characteristic is positive, but in this case it is a minus. I will advise you that you change this particular characteristic to be a number that is divisible by 3, because we are dividing by 3. And in this case, if the number is less than 2, less than 3 that you are dividing by, make the characteristic 53. So I will take you here, change this characteristic from -2 to be by 3, because we are dividing by 3. Then plus, then you ask yourself, the difference between -2 that we have here and the -3 now we are using is what? 3 we are using minus this 2 is 1. That's what you are. And then you can bear witness that if you take -3 plus 1, you will obtain the same -2 that we have here. Then now you put the Mantissa the way it is. Then you divide the Mantissa part and the characteristic part by 3 separate. This will give you power 1 plus 0 point. So now, remember, in this case, the characteristic is a positive. Now we can use a calculator and say 1.3192 divided by 3. It will give us 0.4397. You must round off your answer into 4 significant figures, or 4 decimal places. Then -1 plus 0 gives us -1. Then 4397. So that's how you obtain the correct answer when you are dividing these two. So I want us to look at an example. Using logarithm tables, evaluate. Using logarithm tables, evaluate. So let's say we have been given a number like 0.0413. We are multiplying by 0.442. Then divide by, we can think of a number like 0.0041599. Let this one be cube root. So how do we evaluate this kind of equation? You must start by drawing a table. Then we let that as number, standard form, then log. So the first number we have here in the numerator is 0.0413. 0.0413. We can write it in standard form. So it means we will remove the decimal from here to this given point. So that we obtain 4.13 times 10 raised power. The power we put there depends on the steps we make. So the decimal was here, we made 1, 2. We made 2 steps. And in which direction did we move the decimal? As long as you move towards your right, it will be a minus. So steps are 2, you write 2, then you put a minus if you move the decimal to your right hand side. But if you move the decimal towards your left, then you will put apostrophe there. So in this case, this power becomes our characteristic. So from our tables now, we find log 4.13, 4.13, which is giving us 6160. 6160. Next number is 0.442. 0.442 in standard form. 4.42 times 10 raised power. The decimal is here. We moved it to this given point. We made one step towards our right. So that's a minus 1. This minus 1 becomes our characteristic. Then we look for 4.42. 4.42, which is 6454. 6454. This is a multiplication. Now it means we will add that. So this is 4, 11, 6, 12, add 1. So we will add minus 2 plus 1, which will be minus 1. Minus 1 plus minus 1 is like minus 1 minus 1, which gives us minus 2. So we will add part 2. Once we are done, now we can go to the numerator. So in the numerator we have a number which is 0.0041559. If you look at this number, it has 5 significant figures, and we use a 4 figure. So we must round off this number to the nearest 4 significant figures. We start counting the number of significant figures from this given point. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we look at the fifth one, which is 9. 9 will affect 5 by 1. So we will now use 4.4. Oh, this is 1. We will use 4.156. Then times 10 raised power. I'm using 6 because 9 is greater than 5. It will affect this 5 by 1. It becomes 6. So that we have 0.0041556. In standard form, it will be like this. Then we will ask ourselves, how many steps did we move? The decimal was here. We moved 1, 2, 3 steps. That's minus 3. So that becomes per 3 points. So let's look for 4.1. 4.1 under column 5. Under column 5, which is 6180. Then at the end we have 6, which is 6. Then you add. So that will give us 6186. 6186. So here we have 4 points. This one is very correct. We moved 1 step, it is very correct. We have moved 3 steps. So when you round off, it becomes 4.156. So steps made is 3. Here we have 0.04150. Oh, I've seen. This is 9. So if this one is 9, then it will change everything here. So we are going to have, when we round off, we are going to have this 9 will affect this 9 by 1, so it becomes 6. That's 4.16. The rest will be 0 times 10 raised power minus 3, which is now per 3 point. So we look for 6.1 under column 6, which is 6191. 6191. We now subtract because this is division. Therefore, this will give us 3. Then we put 1 here, it becomes 11, which is 2. It remains 5, it will be 4 in that case. Then we have 6, which is supposed to be taken away from 2, which is not very possible. So we put 1 from minus 2, it will be 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. Now, This is minus 2. Minus 2 will move to 1. So we remain with the number that's behind minus 2 and our number line, which is now minus 3. So we have minus 3 minus minus 3 minus 3 minus minus 3, which is the same as minus 3 plus 3, which is giving us 0. So that's our final answer. Then we are supposed to divide by 3 because we have a cube root. So we divide this one by 3. Remember, I said that if the characteristic is a positive, then you can now use your calculator direct. So we will have 0.6423 divided by 3. So that will give us 0.2141. Now, this characteristic will change and it becomes our power. Then now we go to our answer. We find dot 21 under column 4. Dot 21 under column 4, which is giving me 1.637. 1.637. And at the end we have 1. 21 under column 4. So 1 is representing as 0. So that becomes the answer. So a number raised to power 0 is always 1. 10 raised to power 0 will give us 1. So 1 times 1.637 remains to be 1.637. So that's our answer. I know we need another example which I will give you in our next lesson. I'm waiting to hear from you by asking me questions concerning this kind of subtopic. Thank you for listening to me. I'm so grateful. I want to thank you for your support. Continue watching, continue sharing our channel. God bless you.